my friends, and welcome to the second of my build videos of my new Kyosho Javelin 4-wheel drive off-road buggy. Today we're going to be opening parts pack B, or should I say I've already opened parts pack B, and we're going to do steps 5 and onwards until I get to the end. So with that, step 5 is making up the front differential and getting the chain on. So it should be fairly simple, he says. Not being able to work out which one's which. Is that one? Yep. So to start with, it's just quite a simple case of inserting ball races into each side of the diff housing, and then the slightly more difficult bit is we've got to somehow, with only 2 hands, and also noting the direction of the diff, we've got to put the chain on, something like so, and then slide the diff in. There we go. We've then got to join the other half. Wow, that's a tight fit on that bearing. There we go. And then we've got 2 screws so far. First one is a 16mm, which, looking at this, goes in there, does it? Yep. And the other side is a 12mm, both self-tappers, both countersunk, or countersunked. I do quite like the idea of these being hex screws and bolts. And then we've also got this part here, which they're calling, I can't read because I haven't swapped my glasses, but that goes there with, again, 2 12mm self tappers, so that should hold the rear of the diff together. And once you've tightened them up, you could move on to step 6. So I'll carry on and do that and join you shortly. Step 6 is installing the drive guides, and we've got a top and bottom one. I think that's the top one, and this one is the bottom, and we've got a long strip of hopefully polycarbonate and a retaining plate, I would imagine, and the bottom of the guide itself. And from looking at this goes on something like that. I'm assuming that just clips in like so, and then that possibly slots in. Could do. There we go. And this little beast, I believe, sits on top, and I do apologise if my horrible bald head is getting in the way. There we go. Now, what I'm not sure of at this moment in time is, I think, this polycarbonate. Does it go in? No, it won't sit inside, so it's obviously meant to go on top. Possibly something like so. Seems a bit weird. I think it slides forward. Whoa! Just something round about there. Yeah. Now this one has something sticking down in it. So I think this is blooming tricky, this is, if this is what happens. Right, so I do think you need that gap. Right, so let's see if this works then. Come on. Right, so that's that one. And then for the top, we've got this one, which, by the looks of this, is going to be a tight fit. Well, that can't be right, unless you twonk. You got it the wrong way blooming round, don't you? Oh, look. Oh. I don't know. Now there's a note here which to me shows you're putting this bit of polycarbonate over there and then screwing that down. Because I think if you put it in there, where I think it should go, and clip in, but then there's basically nothing holding that in, which seems a bit crap. I don't know why they couldn't have done it all the way along, like the bottom one, and why there's that channel either side. but hey, we'll do it as it says to. Okay, so step 6 done. Let's crack on to 7. Okay, step 7 is rear plate mount guard. This little bit of aluminium here, along with this piece, and this OT216SB, and then we've got this other rod which goes through there, and this R-clip mount, and they're all metal on metal, and although it doesn't tell me to start using thread lock until step 8, I don't care, I'm going to use thread lock because it's bleeding metal on metal. So let's get them started. Put on the thread rather than the other side on the hole, except nothing's coming out. There we go. Whoa. And get rid of that excess, poke it through, and then start screwing it. That's about horizontal, I think it says horizontal, yeah. Nice and tight, wipe off any excess. And then we come to this side and it's that one. And again, a squeeze of thread lock, not too much. And lock it in position as best as you can. And as you can see, I've already done this step, and again I've used thread lock, so we can get ready for step 8. Step 8 is making up the main chassis, and we're needing both these two rear mount guard plates, blah de blah, and the two chassis rails. They're all aluminium, and obviously we need, well, I say obviously, we need the chain drive, and we've got these two bits here which I think are for the rear wing, and I keep doing that. The sooner I can get that tightened up the better. And these, as you saw, sort of clip in and just about hold if you get it in the right place. But yes, I think I may need 3 hands, but we may be alright because these things are massive. So I think what we just do is start poking these through to hold this side together. If I can work out exactly where they go. Somewhere there. Have I got to lift it up a bit? Yep. Oh my goodness me. Oh, they aren't that long, are they? Look at how much there's left poking out. Not much at all. But hey. Right, so what I need to do now is swizz it all round. I'm sorry to Kyosho, but that's beginning to get on my nerves now. And right, what I'm going to attempt to do, because you're supposed to use thread lock on these bits, is I'm going to put thread lock on them. if I can get them enough showing, but they aren't bleeding much. And may the nightmare begin. So hopefully first hole is through there and there. And then that one. And that one. Are you going in? Yep. And finally that one. I don't like the look of that. That felt like it's tightening up too quickly. It's better. And it does say not to over tighten. Because I'm assuming you might strip the aluminium thread. But there we go. That's that in. And then we just need one of these through there, and a bit of thread lock on again, and then if we can get it in place, in position, we need this one screwing together. There we have step 8 complete, and sort of looking like a chassis, maybe a truck chassis, but hey, so we'll have a look at what step 9's got in store for us. Okay, so step 9 is the beginning of parts bag C. So I think I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed watching and look forward to seeing you for part 3.